What's up everybody, it's CJ, and I'm back with another Barnacle Bay renovation video. So today, we're going to be renovating the Smuggler's Beach. This is like one of those other beaches in Barnacle Bay. Like, I feel like, for me anyway, like when I think of a beach in Barnacle Bay, I think of like the one with the pirate ship restaurant, or I think about the one that's right beside it that has like the building and stuff. I don't really think about these smaller beaches in the world, so I knew for a fact I wanted to kind of tackle this one today, and I wanted this one to be, I guess, rememberable. I wanted there to actually be things to do here, because in the original lot, I think there's like a couple picnic tables, there's a grill, there's a bar, and there's some lounge chairs. I think that's about it. Like, there's rocks and stuff, but there's really nothing to do here. And I understand that, you know, the base game doesn't have like a lot of objects, you know, but even in Barnacle Bay, like Barnacle Bay doesn't really have that much going on for it, to be honest, in my opinion. So I was like, since I'm using every pack and whatever I want to, I'm like, I gotta make this lot very nice and also rememberable. So basically the first thing I did was I just painted over the original terrain. So there's some things about this lot, by the way, y'all. So for one thing I realized is that Barnacle Bay has like this yellowy sand texture, as you can see. We don't have access to that sand texture. So like EA, Maxis, they just never gave us access to that. So the closest sand color that we have to this is one of the ones from the World Adventure Pack. So that's basically what I use, and I just use some other terrain to kind of like make it a little bit darker, but that's literally what I had to use today, which is always so weird. And also too, I believe it was the Island Paradise update, like one of the ones they had back in the day. One of the updates basically allowed it so that you could play in the sand with sand terrain as you would like a sandbox object, but for some reason they never went back and updated the sand for Barnacle Bay. I'm assuming it's because we didn't have that terrain paint available to us. So like if you play in Barnacle Bay, even if you have Island Paradise, you can't play in any of the sand. You have to just put some down and then play in it. So fortunately for us, I went back and, you know, I added some terrain paint from World Adventures. So now if you want to, you can play in the sand here. Hopefully I'm making sense, but yeah, they just never went back and updated it for Barnacle Bay, and they never gave us access to the terrain paint. I feel like that's just adding to the fact that Barnacle Bay is literally like the forgotten world. So aside from me like doing the terrain paint, I'm also just trying to have this place look kind of overgrown. I wanted this lot to be like more of a local kind of hangout spot, not so much like a touristy spot, because I feel like the other lots, you know, in Barnacle Bay are like touristy, like the one with the pirate ship. And I wanted something a little bit more like, you know, maybe overgrown, a place that's been here for a while. And I feel like if anything, more locals hang out here as opposed to like tourists. Like, I'm sure some tourists probably have found their way here, right? But I feel like this is more of like a local kind of spot. You know, you got to know someone to come here, you know what I mean? Like, you won't really just find this if you're just out and about. So you'll see that a lot of the things are kind of overgrown. Some things are run down. Like, for example, we're in the bathroom right now. So for the bathroom, I kind of did something similar like I did with that festival lot last week. So like I kind of make like a little bathroom. There's like bathroom stalls on the inside. I also used a couple of sink objects, and I did include a couple of potties for the toddlers if you do bring toddlers here. And also I did go back. There's like these room sectional object things. I guess they're like bathroom sectionals that came with late night. I ended up going back and I added some of those here to kind of have a little bit of a separation between the bathroom stall and the sink. I don't know if it shows up in the video, but it should show up in the screenshots. And I was like, that's so cool. I'm also using those really small rectangular windows in here as well, because I feel like you kind of need windows in some rooms in The Sims. Like, even if they're not big windows, you just need some because they let in some light and it just makes the building look more realistic, I guess. So I'm adding a couple of those. And then the wallpaper is like this, it's wood paneling, but I want it to look kind of rusty and kind of old. So I went in and I found a metal design, and I'm just kind of recoloring it so it can look a lot older, you know. I'm using the old chipped up broken mirror from the late night pack. As you can see, I'm going through now and recoloring all the sinks and the toilets. I just want everything to look kind of grimy, kind of nasty, you know, like like, again, it's still a nice place to come to, but, you know, just when you come here, don't have super high expectations of everything being super clean and pristine, because you're gonna be kind of shocked if you come here. But, you know, I feel like it's still nice, it's functional, everything works. It's just, you can tell this place has been here a while. It needs some renovations, you know. But, you know, I feel like the locals don't complain. They like it as is, you know. I also added a light in here from the Ambitions pack, and then right here are the potties. I'm just using the ones from the base game today, and I just have them off in the corner. And I also added a little recycling bin outside, and I went back towards the end of the video, and I added some of those, like, debug trash cans and I added some of those around too. Like, yo, I really went in with the little details with this lot. Like, I don't know, like, I really like this one. I've been having so much fun doing these Barnacle Bay renovations, because I've said this before, but Barnacle Bay gets a really bad rep in The Sims 3 because, like, it is a really bad and kind of like a generic world. Like, it's literally Sunset Valley but worse. But I don't know, I have a soft spot in my heart for this world, and me doing these renovations, I know what people say when they say this world's bad, but I don't know, I feel like I'm making it better. I'm having a more of appreciation for this world, and I literally need to play here after I'm done with every single lot, you know? And by the way, if you did not know, if this is your first video of you watching from me, hi, my name's CJ, and also I have a whole entire playlist of every renovation that I've done so far. I've done some renovations years ago. It wasn't really like for this series, it was just for like one-off videos, but I included those videos in the playlist because I'm gonna reuse those builds for this save file, so you can watch the whole entire playlist if you would like to. And really quick, y'all, I know I've been saying that a lot lately, but this is probably the last time I'm gonna say it. So this video is gonna most likely come out on a Thursday, so tomorrow for you, which will be December 19th, I'm gonna be doing a really long live stream, 48 hours, and it's like a subathon that I do on Twitch. I did one back in July. This is my second ever one. I'm kind of nervous, but I know it's gonna go good, so I feel like I shouldn't really be as nervous, but I'm a little bit nervous about it. But yeah, I'm gonna be live over on Twitch, so if you want to like come through and hang out, feel free to. I'll leave a link to my Twitch channel down below, and then I also have a second YouTube channel where I upload my Twitch streams just to like archive them, you know. So I'll leave a link to my second channel because I will post all the footage on the second channel. It will probably be a couple weeks before it goes up, but it will be on the second channel eventually. But yeah, it's gonna be really nice. We're gonna chill, hopefully sing some karaoke, and just kind of hang out. It'll be fun. We'll play like a bunch of different games. I'm gonna be doing something called a villager hunt in Animal Crossing, where basically I'm gonna be looking for a particular villager for my island. It's a villager called Fuchsia. She kind of reminds me of Latricia because she's like a pink deer, and I need her on my island. So we're gonna try to hunt for her and see if we can try to find her. It's gonna be nice and cool, so feel free to come through. But if not, it's okay, no worries, no worries. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm kind of like adding more things on the lot. So I'm adding some of these umbrella objects. And so these are rugs. They're supposed to represent beach towels. Now, if you would like to, you can delete the beach towels or rugs, I guess, to allow your Sims to kind of rest. So if you didn't know, if you have Island Paradise, you can click on sand and have your Sim kind of just like rest or whatever, or like relax on the sand. And I think the game will give them their own beach towel and I think own umbrella, and then they'll have their own like little stereo. But for the sake of the video, this is more like for decoration. You can always get rid of it and make more room if you want to. I also added a little playground section. I didn't really want to like copy myself from last week when I did that festival lot, but I was like, you know, maybe we can have some stuff for the kids to do. My goal was to make this lot more functional, just to have more stuff, and also I wanted to kind of have like a more laid back vibe, so I was trying to like find a happy medium with it. So I was like, you know, I'll just add a little playhouse so the kids can have something to do. I also add a couple of spring rides, and there's also a toy box, and then I also added this lemonade stand, which I almost deleted because I was going to use the food concession stand that comes with Island Paradise. I don't think it shows up if it's not on a resort lot, and I don't know if it'll work if it's not at a resort lot, so I didn't use it. I just settled for the lemonade stand. And I almost added those food concession stands from Seasons, but I decided to not do that either, just to kind of have like a more laid back kind of vibe, you know. So there is a grill, there's a couple of picnic tables out here, there's a lemonade stand. I also included a lifeguard stand out here too, so in case you want to play as a lifeguard, you can have a job here. That'll be kind of cool, right? I also added a little fire pit in the back, so there's a lot of different food options here, because I know that this lot is kind of like a little bit out the way. Like, I don't remember like what's close to this lot for you to actually like eat at, you know. So I wanted to at least give you like some food options. There's a bathroom here, so you can spend as much time as you can just chilling, laying out. I also love this grass object that I used. I don't really use it too much, but I really liked it on this lot. It kind of helped with the overgrown aesthetic, you know. But in all, y'all, that's pretty much it for the entire lot. I really do love how this one turned out, and I'm definitely going to be using this for something. If you want to download this lot, I am going to leave it linked down below as well. You don't have to use it for Barnacle Bay if you don't want to. You could put it pretty much anywhere, I guess. But this is the Smuggler beach lot, by the way, if you're wondering where it goes. I usually have in the description like what lot it is and like where it's supposed to go, or like how big the lot size is, you know. But that's pretty much it, y'all, for the entire video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below, follow me over on Twitch where I stream a lot more of The Sims, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, thanks for watching. Oh, and also stick around for the screenshots so you can see how the lot will look from different angles and stuff, you know. But anyway, y'all, that's all that I have for this one, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, thanks for watching.